Energy. How can growing energy demands be met safely and efficiently? The world is racing to generate enough safe energy to meet the growing needs of an expanding, wealthier population. The COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian invasion of Ukraine have impacted global energy demand, but it is now recovering. However, fossil fuel prices have risen faster than solar and wind energy. Despite commitments like the USA rejoining the Paris Agreement and new pledges made at COP26 and COP27, fossil fuel consumption, oil, gas, and coal, is expected to rise, after which demand will decline by around 2 exajoules annually until 2050. Renewable energy, in contrast, continues to grow, increasing by 9.6% by the end of 2022. Energy companies are striving to generate enough renewable energy for an additional 2.5 billion people by 2050, a population increase that includes 0.94 billion currently without access and 1.6 billion from projected population growth. One of the key trends contributing to energy transition is the rise of electric vehicles, EVs, which are displacing around 1.5 million barrels of oil per day. However, the industry faces challenges with the high costs and ethical concerns of sourcing raw materials. China remains the global leader in renewable energy production, and the percentage of the global population with access to electricity has increased to over 90%, leaving 770 million people without access, down from 1.2 billion in 2010. To provide electricity to everyone, including the projected 1.8 billion additional people by 2050, global energy capacity will need to grow by 70% between 2020 and 2050. COP26 highlighted the need to address natural gas flaring and venting, which contribute to CO2 and methane emissions. An agreement was reached to cut methane emissions by 30% by 2030. With estimates suggesting that capturing waste gas from flaring and venting could generate $40 billion per year and reduce health costs. However, the results of COP29 in Baku are not very ambitious, with an overall climate financing objective of less than $1,300 billion by 2035. Despite these initiatives, the global energy mix remains heavily reliant on fossil fuels, which account for 80% of the world's primary energy supply. Nuclear power, providing 10% of the world's electricity, is also part of the global energy mix. While the future of oil is uncertain, advances in alternative transportation technologies are reshaping energy demand. Electric self-driving cars, plug-in hybrids, and vehicles running on hydrogen and natural gas are expected to become more prevalent. What actions will help address with challenge? Establish a 10-year energy initiative supported by a NASA-like R&D system, with the potential for other nations to join. Invest in research and development for innovative energy technologies, such as spray-on photovoltaics, carbon capture, and AI-driven efficiency improvements. Remove both explicit and implicit subsidies for fossil fuels to create a more competitive market for renewable energy. Periodically release reports on national progress towards UN climate change agreement goals. In conclusion, meeting the world's energy needs while reducing reliance on fossil fuels requires a combination of technological innovation, policy reform, and international cooperation. By focusing on renewable energy, supporting electric vehicle development, improving energy access, and reducing emissions from industries like steel and cement, the world can transition to a more sustainable energy future. To know more about energy, go to the Millennium Project website, www.millenniumproject.org.
To see how this fits into the global situation and future possibilities, see the State of the Future 20.0 available on the Millennium Project website.